Mm. Oh, hey. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me today on my live photo editing live stream. If you just came from the last one, I just had to eat. Like I made a PBJ and brewed some coffee. I'm so hungry. Oh, that's better. Anyway, I downloaded all the images and have them imported into the I have them imported into Workspace. So oh, sorry, the microphone. Sorry. So yeah, I got everything ready. So everybody's here, looks like. Um, Wudang, Dave, awesome. Bob, Randy, okay. John follows, Jeff Painter. Awesome. You haven't been here before? I could have sworn I've seen you. I know you comment on my videos a lot too, but I thought you were always in the maybe it's in the other stream, I guess. Mm. This is anyway, we just come have a good time editing everybody's pictures, basically. I used to try to get all serious about it, like making it a teaching type thing about how to use Workspace and stuff, but it just made the stream so long. It was taking me like 2-3 hours to edit just a handful of images. So I said, I'm just gonna limit the edits to 5 minutes, work as fast as I can so I can get to everybody's, and it's good for me too, right? It's like speed chess, you know, you just kind of time. So one of these times I got to figure out how to get a timer up on the screen so we can see. But okay. Okay, don't worry about it, Wudang. I'll keep that in mind when I look at it though. Oh man, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. PFCat, good to see you. Arthur, good to see you. Oh, yeah, speed editing, right? And that's kind of like a contradiction when you're trying to use Olympus Workspace and then do speed editing. Those two things are not good bedfellows, right? Or just don't go together. All right, I'm not even on the right screen. You guys see everything here. My desk is such a freaking mess. Let me just straighten out a little bit. So I have a clear mind when I'm working. Okay, that helps. Still not on the right screen. There we go. All right. Oh, first time too, huh, Rudolph? Good. I'm glad you can make it. Let's like I said, it's always a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing these. Normally I eat before I start any of the streams, but today I had that photo walk with the club, and then I didn't eat breakfast. I didn't eat anyway. You know, we all got problems. I'm not going to bore you with it. Oh, this is not even the right folder. This is from one of the photo walks I went on. Let me see. It's under pictures for live photo edits. All right, good. And then let me just get these are the user edits. Wow, a lot of these. Let me move these into the viewer edits. That's a viewer edit. These are from last week. I thought I deleted all those. Ooh, wow, that's a good one there. And you guys always do an amazing job with these edits. All right, let me move these. Did those go? All right, I think that's all of them. Okay, so we have 3, 6, 7, 11, man, 15. We have 18 images today. So we're gonna do 4-minute edits. What is 4 times 18? 72. 72 minutes if I do these 4 minutes each. Oh wow, look at this swan. This is amazing. Nice. Oh, and just let me, if you don't see your image here and you sent like a Nikon or Sony RAW image, just let me know. I'll have to do those last because I have to open up Lightroom, but I can do them in Lightroom. I think this one, I'm gonna go, well, let's look at the exif data. That's always fun to see. EM1 Mark II with a 14 to 54. This must be Bob. Yeah, this is Bob Tishmarsh. Okay, good. I'm a little torn what to do with this. I need to get my gears going. I'm gonna straighten a little bit, crop in. Not sure how I feel about this lantern in the image. Okay. I'm gonna crop in 3x2 like this. Whoops. And then sharpen. Let's try. Let's do soft focus. And tiny bit of dehaze and clarity. Pull in the shadows. I might have to actually darken it first. And then pull this up right there. Vignette. And oh, I need to straighten it. Dang, this is not looking good. Let me warm it up a little bit. Why is the color so awful? A little more magenta. Soft filter's not working, but damn, wait a minute. This color is just driving me nuts. It's kind of this greenish mud color. How can I fix that? Let me see if I can shift the greens out a little bit. Let's see, we have the green channel here. If I can shift the greens, it needs less orange. So number 2, shift it more yellow. Oh wait, that's saturation. I need to shift the hue. Oh, that got rid of the mud color. And let me make the greens a little bit more yellow, and then I'll be done. All right. Shift the image lower down, maybe. You want the swan to be lower in the image, Bob? I think the swan is good where it is. I wouldn't put it there. I want to make sure I get the reflection here. And let's pull the vignette off a little bit. And I think I'm okay. I have to stop there. All right, so we'll do a before and after. If I spent more time, I'd work on this color a little bit. I'm not happy with the color. But I think, like, yeah, I can see some orange in the beak. I would probably try and accentuate that a little bit. But I'm just out of time. I have to move on. Okay. Yeah, this is the right screen. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. Okay. This is good. Let's see. Let me try. This is from Hugh Perry. And they did EM1 Mark III with some unknown lens at ISO 400, half a second. So the water is smoothed out a tiny bit. We just need to get the water to come more straight down. And definitely needs to be warmer. Maybe not that warm. Let's do 5500K. Pull the dehaze in. And clarity. There's that. Let's add the gradation. I feel like, let me pull this off real quick. Yeah, that's good. Good. This yellow, why am I struggling with this yellow? The greens are just not right. Let me shift them more green. And then let's add some reds. I think All right. Let me tilt some colors. Yeah, the yellow is just bugging me. I can shift it off the white balance maybe a tiny bit. Maybe 5,000. No, that wasn't bad. We'll split the difference, 49.50. And yeah, some sharpness. This is off. What happened to my shadow area? What? This is... Let me add one more pin here. All right, time's up. So basically straightened it and tried to accent the reds and greens. I didn't, man, I'm just not doing a great job on colors today, but that's what I wanted to do. Maybe a tiny bit more clarity. And then, yeah, final answer. That needs to render, but I think that's not bad. That's not too bad. Okay, yes, tad bit oversaturated. I'll pull that back off. Yeah, Lauren, I'm trying to avoid black and white because I know not everybody's a fan. You know, I would make every image black and white if I could. Oh, nice detail here. This is probably 12 to 40 Pro lens. Let's see. No, it's a Sony A7 with something at f8 1/100th of a second ISO 50. Interesting. We got to do square crop. We have some reds here. All right, so we'll do pop art. Oh no, forget that. Let's go with a square crop. And maybe tighter. Just make it front and center. Okay, we need some vignette. Get a little more. Yeah, that's fine. Now, let me pull off some of the red. Okay, and then this brown. I don't know if I can get the brown in, but let me try. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, final answer. So I just decided to go front and center because it's round, right? So we just square it off and go front and center. And yeah, vignette just to focus, and then I toned the reds back a little bit, but then tried to increase the orange that's in this bug. I think that looks all right. Okay. Oops. Let's go to the next one. I have an sRGB monitor at the Morgan. Thank you, Dave. Okay, let me just see if this. No, I think. I'm gonna pull this back. Right. I'm just trying to separate the background a bit. Add a little bit. Yeah, gradation's fine. Maybe just pull the saturation, just one click here and here. And let's do a vertical. It's a little bit too vertical. And some sharpness. Turn off the noise filter. And yeah, I'm just separating the background by making it darker. That's all. So I did that with the tone curve right here, see? I can separate it more, just make the background even darker like that. But that's a little too extreme. I want to keep it semi-natural. I'm just going to do it like this. And I can do it on this image because this orchid is so bright compared to the background, it's easy to separate it in the tone curve. You can't do that with every image. Sometimes the tones are so close together, this wouldn't work. And then of course some vignette. And just a tad, I'd like the leaves to be a little bit warmer here. So let me see if I can shift the leaves to be a little bit warmer. Maybe not that much. And could you darken the greens and brighten the yellow? Yes. I would just do that with luminance. Like if I wanted to darken the orchid, I could pull it down this way, or I can brighten it. But I don't think it needs to be, I don't think we need to do anything here on the luminance. I kind of like the luminance levels as it is. So, all right, let's end it here. So there's a before and after. Gosh, the yellow is a little bit strong. Let me desaturate it a tiny bit. Just one more click. And there. So, there's the before and after. I think they used a flash because the shadows, the way the highlights are hitting this particular bud here, it almost looks like a flash was used. But then the leaves have more natural lighting on them. It doesn't look flashy over here. But okay, let's move on. All right, thank you, Arthur. Oh, this is your image. Okay, so you didn't use a flash, so this is just the sun. All right. Oh, thank you, Arthur. Let's go to the next one. Sorry, I'm just have to go fast because there's so many images here. Ooh, wrong button. Hold on. All right. Fisheye. Okay. Right? Uncompressed. What? No data. All right, Dawood. And man, we got some purple flaring over here. Yeah, and ghosting. I can't correct the fisheye too well in Workspace. The tools for that are very, very limited. In fact, I don't have any. I have almost no distortion correction here. I mean, I have that one, but that's the best I can do. And then let me shift it. Okay, everything is down here. Maybe a little more vignette. And just a slight tilt back this way. Oh, I don't have any keystoning tools either. So let me... Oh, I'm not sure I'm happy with this crop, but I like the way the colors came out. Let me just bring in the shadows a little more. And I think that's it. All right, so yeah, basically I just brought the exposure up and then did some distortion correction, but very little. It's not enough. What I'd have to do to fix the distortion even more is save this again and then import it. So you would do, let me see if that can be done. Let me export this as a B, and is this it here? Yeah. So what I can do, I can apply the distortion correction again. Something like that, and then tilt it. Well, anyway, you guys get the idea, right? When you run out of room on the slider, just save it and do it again. And you can correct distortion even more. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Oh, what's this? Wu-dang. Some bamboo. Man, having all that bamboo where you live comes in handy, I'm sure, with all the kung fu, right? Every kung fu movie I watch, there's always bamboo. You know, they're either eating on bamboo tables or using bamboo to fight with, or they're fishing. Bamboo is kind of like, it's really handy. Okay, so what would I do here? I think this has to be black and white. Because there's really only one color here. It's kind of this yellow greenish. Yeah, the center branches are a little distracting, but going to black and white, I think that'll make a big difference on this image. And we can almost blend the branches in the middle out with the tone curve. So let me tilt this right about there. Come in just a little bit. Whoops. Come in a little bit right there. And let's let me use a green filter. Hopefully that'll bring, that didn't bring out enough. Where are these tones? These tones are really dark. Okay. And some vignette. All right. Oh, hey, flying fish, how are you? Okay. So brush that out a little bit. And I need more contrast. Maybe try clarity and sharpness. Okay, I think I'm done. Maybe just a tiny bit more gradation. So now it's kind of artsy, right? I'm gonna back off this clarity a little bit. Okay. And last but not least, we'll just split tone it a tiny bit. I'll make the shadows kind of red and the highlights a little bit green. Oops, I mean this way. All right, there we go. So let's do it before and after. Yeah, that works. So yeah, that one on the left, that was, it just, yeah, the sticks in the middle are yellow, so clearly we had to kind of blend those out. So going black and white blended it out. And then I just had to brush out this. If I had more time, I would brush out a little bit more of the branch here and do a better job, but Now it's more kind of artsy fartsy, right? Than before. Best one yet, huh, Bob? Okay. Which mic setup am I using now? I'm still using the H1N1. Oh, I'm not even on camera. Here. This is just a lav mic from one of my wireless mic systems, and then the H1N1, that's all. I'm not using the mics on this, I'm using the lav. Okay, yeah, that came out good, I think. Thanks, Wudang. I hope you like that. All right, 112. All right, let's do this one fast. I think. Oh, this is nice and sharp. What is this? This is a GH4 at f1.450. Oh, this must be the Sigma 56mm f1.4. That's a really nice lens. So let's straighten it out. Let me. Marcel Van Cotten. Let's straighten it out a little bit, and then I'll think about the composition. Oops, too much. Oh, sorry. I gotta stop switching. All right. So let me straighten this out. So yeah, this looks like the Sigma 56. It didn't really say in the EXIF, but based on f1.4 and 56mm, what else would it be? I don't know why you shot at 51.4. I would have shot this at like f5.6 because you're so far away. I don't know if I need. I like this grass and this tree. I think I want to emphasize that a little bit there. I think that's a better composition. And then let me see if the colors can stand on their own here. Yeah. And then we'll add some mild gradation. See if we can bring the sky back with some clarity into haze. If not, I'll have to, oh, this is a JPEG, so I'm gonna get blotchiness. All right, so yeah, the JPEGs, I'm not gonna be able to save the sky, but there was some clouds up here, which would have been nice. We'll turn those off and just warm it up a tiny bit. A little bit of magenta. Just a slight tilt more. And I think that's it, because this has already been processed somewhat. Let me just, pull off some of the red. Give the skies a little bit of a red, no. All right, I think I'm done. So, yeah, I just had to crop in a bit. And you know, we don't need to see the entire length of the fins on this, whatever this thing is. So I think this is a little more interesting. A little tighter shot makes it a little more interesting, so you can focus on the steps and the trees, the grass, and then saturation, etc. If I had the raw image, I would have liked to have brought these skies in a little bit better, because the clouds actually aren't bad either. They're kind of interesting. There's some nice tones in here in the sky. Oh, you know what? This yellow. Let me just do one more thing, and then I'll be done. Yeah, windmill. Thank you. Let me just see if I can bring out that yellow flag a little bit brighter. Yeah, like that. There. Now I'm done. I think that looks pretty good. All right. The only other thing would be is I would do this in black and white or sepia as well. But all right, the color one is best. I like all the colors in there. Lots of great colors in this image. Let's see what we got here. What is this? Is already done. Elaine. Oh, this is from Elaine. Elaine always sends me these images that are kind of done. This looks like something she shot with film, scanned it, then processed it again to make film look even more filmy. Oh, you just sent them in for fun. That's cool. I like that. But it looks like you did a film simulation on an actual piece of film camera. That's what this looks like, but that's cool. Thanks, Elaine. I like it though. All right. Oh, look at this squirrel. Man, that's sharp. All right, let me guess the lens. 40 to 150 f2.8. Let's see. Oh, Sony with a 200 to 600. ISO 800 f6.3. So good settings, 1/1000th of a second. Yeah, lots of good settings here. Squirrels. We need to warm it up a tiny bit. And maybe a little more. And I need to declutter this image somehow. I just... all right. Focus on that. Vignette. Sharpness. And let's work with the tones. And okay, let me do it with gradation. Come on, render. Render, there we go. Man, why are these so dark? Dang it. I don't think I can do it. Ugh. All right. This is a hard one. Because it's just, the scene is so busy with all of these twigs. I'm having trouble separating the subject. And even black and white wouldn't separate it because the tones are all very busy and similar. That's just a hair too much vignette. But I think I'm going to end it there. Time's up. So yeah, basically I wanted to warm it up and then contrast. and crop in because it's just too many things going on in the scene. In fact, I would, if I really wanted to get picky, forget the whole body. Just that would be, that'd probably be what I do, something more like that, so you can actually see the squirrel and the nut. But wow, he looks weird, all elongated. All right, let's move on to the next one. Yeah, it looks like a bottle hanging there or something, right? That was a tough one. Okay, this one I can do some work. This is a nice shot. What is this? EM1X, 300 f4, ISO 400, 112,000. Randy, good job on the settings here, man. Really good. All right, this one I can do, I think. Let me bring the gradation out and bring some sharpness in. Let's square this off. And we'll warm it up a tiny bit. Let's maybe 6000K. And let's work on the individual colors. I think, well, some dehaze and clarity, but let's see if I can separate the bird a little bit more from the background. That's about all I can do there. Oh, gradation is already maxed out, so we'll just dial in about a third. And then let's just crank up the individual colors. Some green. And red. All right. Let's see how that, let me just see where we're at. Yeah, I think that's good. It didn't really need much editing. I would make it a tiny bit brighter, but for the most part, that's all this picture needs because it's all about the bird and the detail in the feathers and all of that, right? But yeah, I think that's it. Maybe, I wish I could brighten up this part. Maybe just pull this up. No. Yeah, that's a little better. Now we can see a little more of the bird. Okay. Awesome shot though, Randy. Really, really perfect settings. Oh my God, a Texan. PL880, man, that's a classic radio. Who sent this in? This is a classic world band radio. If you guys are into like world band radios, man, this is the bomb. I mean, this is the one to get if you're gonna get one. That's affordable anyway. I love this radio. I don't know what I would do to edit it. Who sent this one? I don't even know who sent it because it's like best times. There's no real detail here about who sent it. Yeah, you want that, right? That would be awesome. All right, so let's do something. We have some colors here, but let's just do something kind of funky with it. Because it's already kind of, I'm going to square crop it. Oh, it's too tight for a square crop, so we'll stay 4:3 then. And let's see, let's do a vintage filter. Let me see. We ain't on Rob's wavelength. Man, you guys kill me. Because a lot of times I go back and I watch the streams and I read all the comments, because sometimes I don't see them all while I'm editing. And they're just, I'm just dying. I'm just laughing out loud the whole time. Yeah, we need some vignette, right? Wudang, I believe you there. And let's just do a very simple tone curve. We won't even bend it. And I think that's it. Yeah, I don't have any grain options with Workspace. Let me see. If I do monochrome, sometimes I got grain, but yeah, I just don't have any. I'm not convinced by this vintage filter though. All right, we'll go with that. I just love this. I just love this radio though. I mean, this was on my short list of radios to buy. I might get, man, I got gas now for a world band radio. But there we go. Final edit there, before and after. Let's do a before and after. That is awesome. The Texan PL880. Awesome radio. All right, you just bought it? Seriously? Did you go on Amazon now and just buy one? I'm half tempted to do that myself. Yeah, the zombie apocalypse radios. That's right. This is one of the best ones that are like, they're not that expensive either. Oh, this is beautiful, Lauren. Wow. Lauren, you know, Lauren emails me and he shares his portfolio links all the time. If you look in the comments sections, a lot of time he'll have a link to his portfolio, but the way he crops his images and the colors he pulls out of the scenes are always really, you know, I'm always impressed. But anyhow, let me this image here, and he travels a lot, you know. I think I'll just crop out this side here. So we'll just do a square crop and balance the water. That's a little tight. Add some sharpness. What did you choose? This is your PL8? Oh, this is your EM10 Mark II with a 45 f1.8. Okay. Good settings. Sharpness already cranked. Let me think. I'm thinking this would be an awesome black and white. I'm a little bit concerned about the tones between here. Let me just eyeball the black and white real quick. Yeah, I like that. I know you're not a big black and white guy, Lauren, but your images always have so much color, right? Yeah, we're getting there. And we're gonna peak this. I'm debating if I should go a soft black and white, but yeah, I think I'll go kind of a softer monochrome. And let's split tone it. Not green. Let's do blue. We'll make these blue. And we can make this yellow. So we'll pull the blues up a little bit right here. And then pull this down here for the yellows. I don't know if that's really working. It's right there. I'm just trying to maintain. All right, that's good. Right there. Let me work the tones a little bit more. All right, good. Right there. So there's a before and after. I like the tones in this more than I like the colors. And I didn't go quite as punchy as I normally do with black and whites, but let me see. I think that looks really good. And the horizon is perfectly level, which is awesome. All right, let me get myself back in the frame. Does Workspace let you set the level of color when you do no? I cannot adjust individual colors in the monochrome. I can do it in the tone curve to some extent, but that's really a pain in the butt and virtually impossible. If I start adjusting colors here, then it's going to put me back into a color mode. So I'll just show you. If I try to pull a color here, watch it not do it. Now it's working. I don't believe it. Oh, it's because it's a JPEG. So in theory, yeah. So let's see, there were some reds in here. What if I brighten the reds up? It doesn't seem to be. I'll have to look into that. I get it acts differently with different pictures. I haven't figured out the issue yet, but let's see. We got the reflection shot and portrait. Wow, look at the detail on this. Holy crap. You can see every freckle. All right, what is this shot with? EM1 Mark III with a 12-40 Pro f6.3 Mike Ham. Wow, I mean that is so sharp, and this is a JPEG, so it's been processed quite a bit already. I don't know if there's anything else I can do. Yeah, this editing, it's already done. Let me just go full screen. Honestly, I don't see anything I could do to this. I'm just going to convert it black and white and call it a day. It doesn't need to be, it shouldn't be in black and white, but it's already done. The color processing is done, Mike. Yeah, it's pretty perfect. I'm just going to work. Let me look at the colors again. We have blue and yellow basically, right? So if I use a yellow filter to brighten that up a little bit. That's good for the skin tones too, right? Add some dehaze, add a vignette, and Just a touch of clarity. Pull this in. Wow, you bought the Texan for, oh, the 9012. Okay. Yeah, that's an older one, I think. I'm not sure. But okay, I think this is all I'm going to do to this one because it was already pretty perfect. So I just did my best to do a decent black and white conversion. And I think that looks pretty good. Maybe I use an orange filter instead. That's about it, just to bring it up a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm done. So that's my final edit, but it was already perfect, Mike. You did a really good job on that. Really good. All right. Let's do the next one. Yeah, it's a great shot, right? Ooh, okay, we have some kind of camping stuff going on. Joni sent this. I think I'm going to focus right in here. Yeah, you should definitely print that. But yeah, your edit was better than mine. I think if I had the raw image, I could have done a little more with the black and white, but yeah, it was already a pretty awesome shot. I'm just going to focus right in here. Let me go mildly vertical. Right here. And natural. I'm gonna push the reds. Oh, I can't touch the individual colors. Are you serious? How about just a pop art then? Okay. Rob's edits are on fire today. You guys are killing me. Why did it go blurry? Is it not rendering? Okay. There. Why am I? All right, come on, Workspace. Bring it home. Come on. There you go. Now, turn this off. Okay. And let's try 6,000. Oh my God. You guys are killing me with these puns. All right. I need to bring this out. I think I'm done. Let that render. Then we'll move on to the next one. I need a little bit more black. Let me try one other thing. Yeah, this jacked it up too much. I don't think. Yeah, that's not going to work. My original edit was right. All right. So that's my final answer. Right there. It needs to render. It's just, give it a second. I like this the way it is. This looks good to me. A little bit abstract, right? All right, let's move on. Okay, Ian. A nice little shot of the marina with some Christmas lights. Let me try two. Oh, let me try two different filters on this one. This one and, yeah, that's not gonna work. No, we're just gonna have to work with this one on its own. So, pull the gradation up. So I want to try to make these boats white. But man, they are all the way down at the bottom of the tone curve here, so it's kind of a stretch to try to pull those in. I guess that works. Okay. And let's just try a little dehaze. Is there any way to adjust the level on a filter in Workspace? No. I mean, sometimes the filter will have a slider to adjust the effect, but a lot of times they don't, and it varies from camera to camera depending which raw image you have. Like, I know the soft focus filter, you can adjust sometimes the intensity, but sometimes you can't. So it's going to depend on your camera, and it's just going to depend on your camera and which filter is. Most filters don't have a slider though that you can adjust the effect. Let's cool this off. It's a bit too warm. So let's try 3200. And yeah. And I think I'll do rule of odds and just pick 3 boats. So maybe, I don't know if a square crop might be too tight. But let's do rule of odds on this. Let me work on the tone curve a little bit more. And cool it off a little more. Try 3000. Oh, the EXIF, Randy, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to do that. Olympus EM5 Mark 1, 12 to 50. Lens at f13, for goodness sake. Yeah, f5.6 would have done it on this. You're at 18 millimeters, so, oh, excuse me, Ian. Yeah, don't shoot at f13 a scene like this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, f5.6, f8 at most. And then what did you, 8-second exposure. Oh, wow, okay. No wonder you're at f13. So I take that back. You're trying to get a long exposure. So yeah, that's, your settings are fine then, my bad. But, okay, final edit there. I think, I mean, I kind of pulled the highlights a little bit too much, so it got a little bit messy. Because if I punch in, you can see some noise, right? So what I would do is, and this is a raw image, but let me just turn on a low, let me turn on a standard noise filter. Give that a second to render. That should be a little better. Let me see if that cleaned up some of the noise a little bit. But okay, it was mainly a white balance issue, then crushing the blacks, right? But yeah, that's a cool shot. I like it. Topaz denoise, yeah, it would probably work really well on that picture actually. Oh, Javier Gerardo Quinteros, man, that's another awesome name. You guys have such good names. Yeah, the boat's not moving for 13 seconds. That is pretty amazing, come to think of it. You're right, Bob. This has got to be black and white. There's just no tones at all, or any color at all to begin with. So, man, I thought I was really going to try not to do any black and whites on this. But you keep sending me images that have no color. Yeah. Right there, and some vignette. Okay. And a slight tilt. Okay, I think I'm done. I really wish I could have brought this brick out more, but what is the EXIF here? This is a PL7 with a 25 1.7 at f5.6. 1/13 of a second, so that's the problem. There's a little bit of motion blur here, right? Like either shutter shock or handshake or something, because even the brickwork here is just a little bit off. So I think that's the problem. Okay, Lauren, we'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, I think this is it. No, I can't do find edges, Dave, in Workspace. But this image is suffering from handshake or motion blur or something. It's just a little bit off. Oh, that's a motorcycle. There's a bunch of pocket rocket guys. Every day there's like a mob of motorcycles, or those guys on those wheelie thing. What do you call those things? Those off-road machines that they go off-roading with, but they're personal ones. You ride them one at a time. Those guys, I'm serious. I got a picture of, like, they were, for about 10 minutes, they just were driving down my street, one after the other. Must have been about 100 of them. Okay, I think this is it. I'm done. But yeah, this is a black and white. It would have been better if there wasn't that motion blur in it, but other than that, it's a good shot. It needs something more though. It needs like something in the water, either like a guy in a canoeing in a boat, a small boat, or maybe a swan. Like a swan would be in this place, right? But something needs to be here to kind of accent the picture a little bit. Because right now, the picture doesn't have any subject. It's just all, it's like all framing something that's not there. It's like you're trying to frame something. So you need to composite a boat or something in there, and then it'll be done. Yeah, the dirt bikes, those dirt bikes and those four-wheel ones. I forget what they're called. Yeah, dirty water and stinky, I believe it. What is this guy doing? This is some kind of police parade or bicycle parade. I don't know what it is. This looks like, gosh, this is what is the EXIF here? EM1 Mark II with a 14 to 150 at f4, 1/640th. These are good. These are DI3. I don't know what lens this is. This is weird. I mean, a 14 to 150, but I don't get all this extra stuff. But this shot has motion blur in it too. So I like this bike. So there's nothing I can crop into to make this. But I would go here. Add a little brightness, sharpness. Some contrast. And vignette. And white balance, a little bit cooler. For some reason, this image, I think it's just a motion blur. But this image, based on the settings I saw, should be a lot sharper. And it's just not, so it's got to be motion blur. And I don't like the colors here. So I mean, I hate to keep making this show about the black and white, but okay, final answer. Yeah, I think this shot, I could crop in I don't know if I can crop in a little more. Let me see. Let me try 4:3 and just crop in a little more this way. But yeah, I think that's what makes the shot, is just these two guys on a bike. The guy with the camera looking at you. Everything else behind it is just not that interesting. That's the shot. Okay, a little black and white and split toning and we're good. Photo for police. Okay, last one, then we can get to the viewer edits. Ooh, I like this one. This is from Gelé. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but this has already been edited. So it's kind of like a partial color. So let's just straighten the horizon a little bit and crop out this. Let's stay 4:3. Crop out this barrier. I mean, if you want to have like a foreground, you got to make the foreground interesting. And then we can add a little bit of color, but bring the sky in. Oh, partial color in camera. Okay, that's why it's a JPEG. All right, oh, you're here, Jelly. Good. Let me balance the crop a little bit better. I mean, I like the water though. Whoops. I didn't want to do that. Let me tilt it. And just a tiny bit more. Okay. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. All right, flying fish. We'll see you later. Yeah, this is the last image. All we have left are really the viewer edits. But, oh, there's a spot here in the lens. You have some sensor spots on your camera there. What's the EXIF here? EM10 Mark III with a 12-40 Pro f13, 3.5 seconds. Man, everybody's doing these long exposures. You need to get an ND filter so you don't have to shoot at f13. But okay. Yeah, it's a beautiful shot. Let me see. Let's do it before and after. But yeah, I just basically I had to crop out that thing in the front, and then once I did that, I just rule of third it on the lighthouse. But okay, it's a nice picture though, really nice. Yeah, there's a spot right here. Right here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a spot right there. But okay, that's awesome. All right, let's look at the viewer edits. Thank you. Sometimes my edits are okay. Where's the original image? Let me find the original. The original image was just a fisheye. Let me pull up my Lightroom catalog. I think this is the original here. Yeah, this is the original image. So it's a fisheye lens. I'll show you the EXIF. EM1 Mark II with the 8mm fisheye, f1.8, 120. Why am I at 2500 ISO? Oh, because of 1/60th of a second. So I could have probably shot this at a lower ISO. I'm not a big fan of those settings, but okay. Let's see what you guys did with this one. Oh, okay. This is a keyline filter, and you did the fisheye correction, so that looks good. I think that simplifies the scene quite a bit, and you kept the color. I like this edit. Very simple edit though. All right, Bob, what were you trying to do here? Actually, I kind of like the red windows, but this is very similar to, this is like a watercolor filter of some kind. That's what it looks like, but I like the red inside. It makes it feel like it's hot inside. But this is, yeah, this is kind of a cool edit, right? Okay. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. All right, let's see what, oh, look at this. Who's this? Neo. I like this edit, Neo. You did some blurring over here. That's a good idea. Blurring out this side. And then very nice vintage earthy tones here on the thing. So yeah, Neo always does a great job. And then of course the framing is always nice, right? But yeah, I like the tones you did on this. The tone work is really good. And this blur on the side, that's definitely a plus. I didn't even think of that when I was editing. Because the original, you know, this is the original, right? Everything is in focus because it's a fisheye. But okay, let's look at the next one. Alrighty, and this is good too. This is almost like a partial color and a split tone kind of mixed together. And good correction on the fisheye. I guess that's in Workspace. I like this. I'm not crazy about the cropping, but I do like the processing you did. But this crop doesn't work for me, but I like the processing done. Okay, this is a good black and white. Fisheye correction. But again, not much work on the cropping. I think this looks like a simple black and white conversion. I don't see a lot of processing done here. Okay, what's this? That's the original. So yeah, see, this one looks like a fisheye correction in black and white, and that's the original. I kind of like the tones here in the original. It's kind of pink and but anyway. Let's see. Okay, so Joni had kind of the same idea as Neo. Okay, bye, Madison. Thanks for coming in. It's always good to see you. All right, Randy, gotta go. All right, let's see you later. Yeah, this is another black and white, but there's less contrast, and they did the same thing with blurring out around, you know, around the tickets booth. Oh, excuse me. Man, I got a date later too. I don't know how I'm gonna make it. Oh. Oh, wait. Okay. Wow. So this one, who did this? Wu-Dang didn't even bother to do the fisheye correction, but I like the processing otherwise. The blurring is good, but I really like the colors you picked here. The colors are really good. I do like the colors here quite a bit. All right, and then is there any more of that? Oh, here's another ticket booth. Ooh, John, you'd say, wow, you tried to really overcorrect here. That's something. I know you probably spent a lot of time on this, but it doesn't work, I don't think. It just looks really wonky. It still needs more correction. But yeah, I kind of get the idea here though with the three lights. I think this crop Ooh, I think this crop would work if I actually took the picture straight on. But since I didn't take the straight on, since there's so much correction you have to do, it just looks weird. But I think this crop would work if I had taken the picture straight on. Oh, Surge. Good one. All blurry, and then I like how you guys got these windows to be kind of orange. Because Bob did kind of the same thing with the watercolor edit. But I like this warmth that's coming in from out, you know, coming in from the ticket windows here. I like that part, the ticket booth. Okay. Again, I like the processing here with the colors, but the crop is just not working for me. This is the second person I think tried to do this particular crop where it's just the windows. It's just not enough. But I do like the processing and everything done. Haha, do you get to see photos? Maybe. We'll see. I'll bring my camera. But I may not make. I'm gonna call her and see if she still wants to even go. I'm so tired. Oh, and I got a long day tomorrow and Tuesday. It's gonna be a long week. All right, Paula sent this in. This is another keyline filter. And okay, I like it though. I like the keyline filter on this. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Tony. Somebody should, somebody always does a composite and puts me in the booth or wherever in the shot. That's always a lot of fun. All right, thanks, Paul. I like it though. Yeah, I think the keyline filter works for this image though, definitely. Flames. Oh my God, what happened here, John? You really overcorrected. You kind of went inverse fisheye. And again, I think these colors though are very interesting. I think this crop works. If you're gonna crop in on the booth, don't just crop in on the windows, but get everything in. Because I like the processing on the other images, like this one here, right? It's kind of the same tones and colors, but they crop just on the windows. I think this works. Oh, my battery's dead. Okay. Yeah, I didn't change the battery before I started the stream today. Let me just flip that out real quick. Oh, do I have an extra battery? Should be one in here. I'm gonna need some fully charged batteries for my photo shoot tomorrow. All right, that should do it. I gotta pay attention. I gotta charge the I gotta charge the battery in my flash. Oh, why is there... Okay. So what do we got here? Live stream my date. Convex to concave, I know, right? All right, and then there was just some last minute edits. These were from last week. I think we saw these already. Yeah. Well, this one I don't think we saw. But this was the picture I put out last week for you guys to edit. All right. Topaz Studio 2, really? Okay. Enjoy your day, Rob. Don't do anything. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Seriously, I'm gonna call her and tell her I'm gonna come by around 6 o'clock. I'm so tired though. And if I go see her at 6 o'clock, then it's like I got my photo shoot tomorrow at 10 a.m. and I'm gonna be too tired for that if I go out tonight. I don't know what to do. I think I'll just screw it. And she hasn't even texted me yet. Right? Yeah, I got nothing here. So be it. Yeah, I don't need any of that, Tony. But okay, everyone, thanks again for joining me today on another edit. It's always a lot of fun hanging out with you guys and seeing all of your comments. I do watch the streams again later, and I just have a good laugh too, because I don't get a chance to read them all while I'm editing, but I appreciate them. And like I said, I try to do one on Tuesdays, but I got another job Tuesday, so I don't know if I'll be able to do one on Tuesday. For those of you that come on Tuesday, not a lot of you do that come on Sunday, but Thursday I should be back. I should be back on Thursday. So thanks again for joining me today. It was great with all the pictures, and thanks for submitting those. And we'll see you back at least on Thursday.